the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Good morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. I love it. Woo! We're just moving. 418. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who's in the house today? Oh, we got to stop right now. How's your eye? Is it all right? You got two of them, thank goodness. Oh, yeah. How's that boo?
Took out the other one.
Exactly. Yeah, when you get the mic in the eye. Oh, mic in the eye. Oh,
Hey,
we're
there
doing
you
it.
go.
Hey, Michael Baker, I like that.
You should make a career of this.
Yeah, mic drop. Mic drop.
Boom.
Oh,
Walk
boom.
out.
There you
No,
go.
I won't drop
That's
the
it.
mic.
Mikey likes it.
Mikey
it's
likes
all
it.
good,
Mikey
right?
likes it. Yeah.
Stop it.
Michael
What?
Motorcycle.
She's
I
good
remember
to
them all,
that.
yeah. Thanks
It's
for
a
taking me back to
wonderful
the 70s.
morning. Oh, it's just stop.
Lovely
Love
journey.
it.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How
You
are
moved in yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
So it'll be 2 weeks.
It's like I'm moving in with you because, we
been
go
a
up the
long
staircase
process.
together on Facebook.
Yes.
I bought Facebook stock because of you.
Yeah, really?
I did because, I'm moving in with you, right? He goes, here's the closet.
That's right.
Okay, here's the garage.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? I've never
With nothing
been.
in
It's
it.
like an open house with Michael Baker.
Yeah.
Just like, here's my house. Okay, going up. It's like,
Yeah.
I like it. I don't even know why.
Well,
I got to buy
told
this
us-
Facebook stock.
They told us we'd be in May 5th for sure.
Yeah, right.
But they won't tell me
Doesn't
the year.
look like
they
it,
won't tell
Michael.
me the year. They won't tell me the year.
Michael, I'm telling you straight up, Michael, I don't think you'll be moving in on the 5th.
Oh, I'll
think
lay money
so?
on it. I'm moving in whether it's ready or not.
I'm
It's a done
serious.
deal. We're in.
Michael,
We're in.
you need to have like a roof. No, you got a roof.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
have a
kidding.
roof.
No, you
Yeah,
have a roof.
there's
It's
a
nice. It's a nice house.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you.
it.
My wife designed it.
you would
That's where I
move
met my
in-
wife, actually.
No.
Designing that house.
That's serious. That's where you met her, right?
Yeah, I met my wife designing the house.
Exactly.
That's not
You
true.
have
Yeah, it's like that. No. it's-
We really wanted an open plan. So there's no walls.
Exactly.
There's no walls.
It's
There's a
open floor plans. True.
really open floor plan.
Yeah.
Lots of
It's like-
wind.
You
It's
look
beautiful.
up. I know. It's
Yeah,
nice.
clearly.
Flow through.
Yeah, it's
Clearly.
like-
I used to, in all seriousness, you for those of you that are younger, and I'm sorry, in the 90s, which came before the 2000s, just so you know, the 90s, you used to get calls at home all the time when people would call you up and say, hey, would you like to change your long distance plan? You remember all those calls you'd get all the time? Well, I had a deal that I would do. I got so sick of them calling. When they would call me up, I'd always say to them, I don't have a phone. And they'd be like, what? I said, I don't have a phone. And it was just dead silence.
That's very good.
So there you go.
It's very good.
I do what I can.
I love it. I really love it.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. Okay. Is the roof complete? Do we have the money for the roof?
No, we don't have the money yet for the roof.
Michael, you're killing me.
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're still working there.
All right.
And I believe we will get there.
By the time you move in.
Probably 2 weeks after that.
All right.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say by the time we get to our May 20th Carpentry Kids auction, with that event, we'll be
Nice.
hopefully be over the top.
All right.
Can I offer a suggestion as far as the roof repair?
Yeah.
Skip the roof, put in a skylight.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
How about Eagle Roofing? Whoop.
We love them. Love Eagle Roofing. We're going to totally take away the old roof. No cost us.
Yeah.
Love them.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to? Because this is the place to do it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to give a shout out to you because you've had a lot of people come our way to help the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Wow.
And there's a lot of kids that are coming every single day that are benefiting from so many of the sponsors that have supported the organization, supported Teen Sports Radio. And we have a lot of volunteers that come down and help out. And I know there's a lot of listeners. So if you are listening and you're looking for an activity for your kids to get involved with, we are always looking for mentors to work directly with the kids.
I got to pass the ball back to all the co-hosts. Okay, Les Carroll and Dr. D, all those commercials.
Love that.
I mean,
And you, Erica.
yeah, all the commercials, Doctor. Anytime, I mean, he's such a push for all the commercials, and I mean that's a triple thank you, honestly, Dr. D. I mean, I can't even. I remember I hear, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, D, what you doing? Nothing. I know you're eating lunch. I mean, is there any possibility because people's schedules, it's just so hard to coordinate, and I hear hoof, hoof, hoof going back to the studio. So, and I know know I owe you lunches, okay? I promise you. I mean, because it's after taxes, and I said it's after taxes, and it's the 18th, so I'm going to start paying. You know, Jane's. Have you eaten at the Jane's in Goleta?
No.
That Jane's is that Jane's in Goleta good? I love that Jane's in Goleta.
You're talking about in the shopping mall.
Yes.
The shopping plaza.
That Jane's in Goleta is
I go by
good,
it all the time.
right?
I haven't been in there.
Like, no, and like no one is even telling me to say this. Dominique, is that Jane's in Goleta good? Do we not like that? We split the food, okay? Now look, what? I'm serious. I'm just gonna say.
Yes.
No, wait.
Dominique sounds exactly like Erica.
No, it's gourmet. The prices are good, and it's all community, and the people are really nice, very friendly. So, lovely place.
We split it. I'm serious, okay? So the chicken piccata, okay? Don't look at the prices because you get so much. You split it. Honestly. So and so we don't drink, okay? So you drink the water, you split the piccata. Honestly, if you two, I have fed, okay, my students is in the quiet room, pure, okay? No, and I love him to death, okay? I have picked up for Nico and Pure, right? Mm-hmm. For two boys, and I just get them whatever they want. I wasn't paying attention, whatever. They did really good. Where is he at? Oh, he's sitting down. Hi, my love. I'm just talking about you, but I adore you. So whatever. I went picked up McDonald's for whatever they wanted. Two boys, $28. I almost fell over. Okay, but I haven't been to McDonald's in like 8 years. Right? $28 for McDonald's. Okay, right?
It's a really big Mac.
Whatever. No, it was two Big Macs, two whatever they wanted. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's $28, right? The deal at Jane's, okay, really, $32. I mean, I had to look at it like 3 times. You just split it, and they didn't look at me like. I just said, "Can I split it?" And they didn't charge me extra, whatever. The giant chicken, right? Was it two? The chicken piccata. So listen, I'm not going to come and ask you to split it with me, okay? Really. You could have extra if you want, but seriously, honestly. What? Why is everybody looking at me? Dr. Tiffany, you're up. You're up. Woo! Dr. Tiffany!
Speaking of chickens,
I know. Serious.
'Tis the season. So, being a doctor of veterinary integrative medicine, you did make me think of all those little exotics out there, especially around this Easter time when people are thinking about getting bunnies or giving bunnies. And please remember, this is not something you should get or give as a gift. No. There are so many adoptable bunnies out there, just like dogs, that are actually unwanted because of the lovely and tempting things that happen at Easter time. So I found myself actually on National Pet Day being joyfully interviewed at Fox Channel 11 News in our Santa Barbara, and I got to talk a little about why you should not be giving bunny rabbits as gifts at Easter. And it's really important to remember that their needs are huge. And when these little bunnies come in, they're so cute, and people think that they're kids' pets, but they're not kids' pets, they're your pets. And most adults don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the interest in being the bunny's bonded mate, in helping change their hay every day, in making sure they get their outside time and their inside time, and the fact that bunnies eat continuously and poop continuously, and so they're the quiet
all new to
pet.
me.
Yes,
That sounds like kids. That sounds like
kids. And yes, but unfortunately, I don't think those can be reached. Anyway, but I just want to share about Easter. Easter is a really wonderful celebration of love, but try not to do it in the form of gifting an animal, because they are a huge responsibility. So,
by the way, first of all, on kids, the reason you can't return kids is because there is no receipt. And if you don't have a receipt, you can't return them. Number 2 is on chickens. We are on the verge ourselves of adding to our menagerie.
Your
chickens.
farm. I know.
Our farm. And we're only going to get about 5. And I'm actually putting this out there. We're thinking about ordering from a company in Iowa.
Okay.
McMurray.
What makes them special to you?
Because they will 99.9% guarantee that you will only get hens. Because they apparently have a way of checking even while the chick is still in the egg.
And do they vaccinate their little baby chicks?
I don't believe they do. Matter of fact, they are actually shipped out overnight, FedExed, the day they are hatched. And we've done this once before, and we only lost 1 in the shipping process. But we don't want 25, which is what you end up ordering. We only want 5. So we are actually looking for 3 or 4 other people who are interested in taking on
plug.
3 or 4 or 5, Erica.
Do they sell 25 at a time?
Yes,
Is that why?
that's the smallest amount that they ship. And so anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. We do have a second option locally that we may pursue. But the point is that we're going into that area again.
Oh, yes.
They're going to be right up by the house and the whole thing.
Well,
and
I think we
love
should-
having them.
I think we should
They're
cluck
so
a little
cool.
bit about chickens here just before you jump in.
Oh, we've had them before, so we know.
So,
but please.
Yes, the thing about chickens is they have changed, just like German Shepherds have changed over the years due to breeding practices and industry. And you want to try to make sure that your chickens have been vaccinated. They vaccinate between 0 and 3 days of age. They even spray the eggs. So just know that they can be vaccinated before the hatch. And it's really important that they're vaccinated. And also, it's nice to know the health of the adults because most chickens nowadays, as they get to be close to 3-ish, they're in their genetics is ovarian cancer. So instead of getting a 12-year old bird, you're going to have a bird at 3 or 4 that's developing problems. So it's best to find a little bit more out about the sources and find out a lot about their vaccination practices because cancers, they've identified a lot of viruses associated with cancers. So if you can avoid viruses by vaccination, it might be a jump for your chicken.
Sure.
So
That's really interesting because we've actually lost 2 chickens already.
Yes.
And I could tell that they were not going to be around anymore a couple of days before they left.
yeah, the chickens were checking out. Yeah.
But they all looked really healthy and everything. So that's very interesting.
Well, being a bird specialist, I always tell people regarding birds, they're masters at masking. That's their job is to mask their illnesses so that they don't get eaten. They're a prey animal. So they're not supposed to get eaten or look sick so that the predators just bypass them and don't think that they're sick. So you will not see illness early in birds. You're not going to see it till it's later along.
Very interesting.
By the way, as far as From the Heart Mobile Vet, I can personally endorse because you've been up to our place twice to look after Angus and
You're
Makushla.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We have had such a great experience because your dogs were so aggressive when I first met them, and they have become big old teddy bears. They love us. They want to go in the van.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the endorsement.
And Makushla, who I loved what you said after you took the x-rays and showed me where the problems were and so forth. You said, well, the reason why she's doing all of the physical things she's doing because she hadn't seen her own x-rays. And she's still doing it. Now she's rolling in the grass that we have in the back. But it's just remarkable. And again, I highly recommend having... If you can get a house call from a vet, do it. And, well, of course, From the Heart will do it because it's so much less stress on you. You don't have to pile the animals in the car and as in our case, take them down the mountain and take them to the vet. And you don't know what other animals you're going to run into in the veterinary waiting room. It's less stress on the animals.
Thank you so much for your endorsement. You know, just
you just really need to do it that way.
And our cats are just so appreciative because they never have, their paws never have to leave their own little homes.
Exactly,
So.
yeah.
Well, I have to second that.
Okay. It's a love fest.
No, serious because first of all, seriously because I'm just lazy. Okay, well,
We love lazy, by the way.
I just am lazy, but the truth of the matter is you're the people that you surround yourself with. They're so professional. That's number one. They're really how you run your organization. I've never met anybody like you. I've just had really bad experiences, I guess, with vets. I'm like I just don't even. I don't know how to say it. The way I always have prayed, I've been very blessed with animals, and when they check out, they check out. I'm not doing the chemo and all that other kind of stuff where you dump like $8,000-$10,000 into an animal. I just have never had to do that. I've never had to make that decision. I've been very blessed about that.
You put it into the kids, the teens.
I just never have had to do that. So,
and by the way, how about a shout out? This is the name of a real person at From the Heart. A shout out to Shampoo.
Yay!
She does
Shampoo.
a great job. She really does.
Thank you. And I will share that with her, share the love. And, Shampoo was such a doll. She offered her star of a dog for our National Pet Day. And That dog, I have never seen a dog do this. That dog sat next to me, the non-owner, for almost 5 minutes while they interviewed me with his cute little head next to my knee. It was amazing.
And what I'm going to ask you, and I'm not to hold you to it, but you've been very, very generous because the summer is coming up. And would you still be open? Because I know your practice is growing and thriving, but would you still consider taking on if somebody had an aspiration of becoming a vet?
Oh, yeah. I love people that want to be mentored a bit. I'm such a mentor person. I love sharing. I really want people to see the positive side of this profession.
Nice. I think I'm close to certification.
So if anybody is really interested, all you got to do is send out an email to queenofteenSB@gmail.com, and we'll post it up on our Facebook page. And we'd love to. We actually have a club now at Bishop Diego High School, so we'll get the word out. And we love you for doing that because there are not a lot of opportunities, and to have a mentorship. And we also have on the next segment we have Laurie Cortez in the house. She's right here, but we're going to save her for the next segment, and she'll be also spreading the word. Okay,
thank you,
because that is a huge gift. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Dr. Tiffany. Let's take a little break. We've got a lot of new commercials. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Who's in the house right now? The Queen of Swag. Remember that?
That one in
That's
a while,
right.
Erica.
Bring it down. That's what I
haven't heard that one in a while. That's
I know
good
that.
to hear.
It was back in the day.
Yes.
Like when in the very beginning.
That's right.
We all had to be queen of something.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
I got the swag nickname. You got the Queen of Teen.
You were the Queen of Swag.
By the way, I'm a senior. It's late April, and is it too late for me to start testing and stuff?
Yes. But it's not too late for next year.
That's right. Laurie Cortez, college coaching. Woo! It's so funny. So I'm just heads up. Is John Salda still the youngest student that you have ever had in college coaching? I'm just wondering.
John started as a freshman and
8th grade summer.
He's actually summer of 8th grade. That's right. And yes, I do start with some other students during that time, but John proved quite successful, and he's doing fantastic. And Joe was also a gem to work with.
Oh, I wasn't throwing Joe, but I was worried because John has mommy's like ADHD, and I just thought it was going to take him a little longer to dial in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but look at him now.
I know what I'm saying. That's not awesome.
ADHD, Erica, you don't have that, do you?
A little bit. So I just figured it's going to take him a little longer. I really wanted to start him in 7th grade. She goes, no, I'm good. Are you sure? I had my checkbook. You sure? You don't know John. Just because he wrote down upside down and backwards. Never told you that story,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He wrote, so if you took the word John, right, like this, all right, I'm not kidding you, and this is how he wrote.
All right,
No, I'm not
look
kidding.
close.
Like that.
Hold it
Look
closer
at
to
it
the
like
microphone. No one can see it.
See that? All right, seriously, look,
Upside down.
like this. That's how we work. So I showed it to the teacher, and I'm like, oh, tear. I was crying. Okay, it was the year I was going through my divorce. Whatever, it's true. And I'm like, oh, my son's retarded. Oh, I did. I said that, but and I'm like, it was like what? I did.
Learning challenges.
Well, no, I said retarded. I didn't say. I didn't know about challenges or anything. And she's dying right next, but she knows I really did say that. So, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, and then the teacher put it like this, right? And so now it's John, right? What's true?
It's not your son, Erica. Yeah. It's his mom.
No, exactly, right. And then she goes, he's a genius. Right? That's what this.
He's way ahead of schedule.
Cindy Regan,
Yes,
right?
I remember her.
And then I went this way. I go, no, okay. He wrote it like this, okay. He's retarded. I started, crocodile tears are coming down, right? And she flipped it upside down. My sister goes, no, look, he's a genius. And he's very good with wiring things. No, like, can you upside down and backwards?
Future STEM major
I'm
right
serious. No, so, okay, I'll stop
There you
talking.
go.
Thank you. What is
That's
going
awesome.
on?
I actually vouch for
really.
his genius ability.
No,
That's
he's really
for sure.
smart.
Yes.
No, he is. Okay, I'm sorry.
I gotta be John.
No. But, as far as Dr. D, you mentioned seniors. Most of the seniors now have heard back from all the colleges that they've been accepted to. Andy, I know you know that.
Yeah.
And they're excited.
Well, I was supposed to send out letters.
They're going through the...
Letters?
they're going through the admitted students days, and I know some of them are thinking about our number one city college, Santa Barbara City College, as well. And so it's just an exciting time in the seniors' lives. Juniors, you have your work cut out for you. So you are busy studying for the SAT or the ACTs. You are busy building your resume, and now I have some great mentor ideas between Dr. Tiffany and Mike, and so I will, if you don't mind, be referring my students to you guys.
I took the SATs. Oh, you're talking about our kids. Oh. Okay.
I'm dying. Yes.
Sorry.
Mentoring,
You think Erica's at ADHD?
That's okay, Mike. You can take them again.
You don't want to take them again. These poor kids, they have to
Take them
prep.
again for the very first time.
And then juniors, if you're smart, you'll start your application essays this summer. That way you can get a lot of those done before school starts, and then maybe you can actually enjoy part of your senior year. Sophomores and freshmen, I know that you guys are busy. Sophomores are going to be preparing for their standardized tests this summer. That's the big summer thing for you to do, sophomores. You have to take those tests 2 or 3 times, and it's important to get some preparation in. Whether you work with a tutor, a company, or do it yourself, set aside specific time. Prep is really important.
I've got a question about community service.
Yes.
Do colleges want to see students have lots of community service in one place or lots of different community service hours?
That's a great question, Dominique. You learn from the best with the questions over there with Erica. That's a great question. The colleges like to see depth, and so they don't want to see a smattering of community service. They want to see that you find something that you really enjoy, that you're passionate about, and that you put the time and effort into doing that. So if you're a mentor with the Boys and Girls Club, if you or a coach, and you put the time into it, and you have a few years, that shows up on your resume. It also shows up in your essays that you write, and it also shows up in your letters of recommendation. Andy's shaking his head over there because I know
you're on it.
He agrees with me.
Been out of the game a little bit. Man, it felt feels good.
So this is Dr. Tiffany. I have a question regarding a comment you just made, and that you said they potentially needed to take the test 2 or 3 times. I'm not clear on what that was about. What is that about?
Yes, I'll clarify that for sure. So all colleges require that you take either the SAT or the ACT. And colleges, the admissions officers like to see that you try to improve your scores.
Wow.
And so many colleges, private schools and state schools, will super score, the SAT anyway. So if you take it one time and get real high in math, and take it a second time, get real high in reading, they'll use the highest of both scores.
That's great. That's not an opportunity we had when...
No.
What was before the 2000s?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Why aren't my as a senior in high school? Why aren't my grades enough? I mean, I've worked for 4 straight years to just buckle down and pass all my courses, and maybe even take some of the advanced stuff.
Yeah.
Why does the college require ACT or SAT, as opposed to, and literally as opposed to, my grades, which maybe I've got a 4.0, or the way they do the math now, a 6.3 or whatever?
Yes, that's a really good question, and I get that one a lot. And what the SAT or ACT is designed to do is validate your mastery of the curriculum and validate your grades. So if you are a 4.0 plus student, it's expected that you're going to score pretty well on the standardized tests. What the colleges like to see is kind of equivalency. If you're a 3.0 student, maybe you won't score quite as high. What they don't like to see is if you're a 2.5, 2.0 student and you score really high on the standardized test, that shows you're not working hard enough in high school. So
one of the things that someone's going to hear this on the radio, and they're going to take it, it's $1 million idea. Okay. I still don't understand when kids are taking SATs, they're still doing paper, right? Why can't we do it where they're doing it on a laptop,
right?
And they get the results instantly. They don't have to wait 6 weeks to get the with technology the way it is today. Companies could come in, they could bring their laptops. It's all on there. You can set it up so that they can't cheat. The questions next to each other. If someone does that, they're gonna. I gotta believe there's a really good reason why it's not being done. I don't know what it is though.
I agree with you. I think it would be much more streamlined, and it would be so much nicer for the kids to get their scores back immediately. Especially having to take it 2 or 3 times, then they can begin preparing in their areas of weakness sooner rather than later. I think it's coming. I think I believe it's the GRE already does that.
The GRE definitely does that. All of the advanced
as graduate exams, those are. And I think that it is coming, but it's not here yet.
There's probably just too much money in it the way it is right now.
Mm-hmm. The College Board, is responsible for the SAT, and I would be surprised if you don't see it in a couple of years.
Yeah,
I think you probably will. That's a good question. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Trademark.
You can patent that.
All the money.
There you go. Yeah,
that's it.
There you go. But I think it's interesting. I was just. I spoke at La Colina Junior High last night to 7th and 8th grade parents, and some of them said, well, isn't it a little bit early for us to start thinking about the college application process? And my answer is no. And like you said, Erica, sending John to me early, it's not too early definitely not too early to start having that conversation and that expectation that if you want to go to college, there are certain things you need to start doing now in order to prepare yourself for eventual college acceptance. Good study habits, rigorous classes in your areas of strength, and start becoming involved in your community in things that interest you.
I have to tell you something that really helped me become a successful veterinary candidate for vet school. Vet school is notorious for its low acceptance rates and its high competitive rates. And I was accepted to 4 vet schools. And the reason was that when I was in junior high and high school, when I was really young and knew my trajectory and knew I was interested in that, I started asking mentors what I needed to prepare. And when they told me what classes I might need, or even, as you were saying, the kind of community service, you start doing that early in the process, far earlier than you would think, and your head is clear later for that standardized testing. And so you do better overall, and then you get your letters of recommendation when you need them later on. So those people.
A great point. Absolutely. Yes.
I remember very vividly, and this was a very creative kindergarten teacher I had. Mrs. Pigeon was her actual name. Still probably is. I would imagine she's still
back
still
to birds again.
Birds again. But above the clock in our classroom, this is now 1974. It had 1990 above it. And she told us, and I remember her telling the parents, they said, what is that? They go, that's the year your kids are graduating college.
That's great. I love that.
It was above the clock.
That is.
Wow.
And see, she's setting that expectation. She set that expectation for you guys. And that's so important because.
So Mrs. Pigeon may be hearing this.
I hope she is. But if students don't have that expectation, they don't realize the amount of work involved.
And pass that on to my sister. She's a 3rd grade teacher.
There you go.
Tell her to put it
it's
up
a little harder with the math when it's 3rd grade.
Hey, it's good. Are you going to come back a little bit? We're not going to have such a spread of time. All right. Laurie Cortez. Woo! We love you. College Coaching Services. How do we get hold of you really fast?
Thank you. You can email me at collegecoaching1@gmail.com.
Phone?
805-729-3826.
Still go old school phone sometimes. We could pop into Teen Sports Radio. She's got all our information as well. All right. Erica Salda, we're going to check on out here. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. That was just horrible. Let's go every single Tuesday again. Ready?
Every single Tuesday!
That's right. Let's wake up. All right. I'm up now. I know we're late. If you just tuned in, you are late.
Still suffering from a post-traumatic tax day.
I know. Exactly. I know. That's why. I thought a little lull there. All right. But we have Dr. Tiff. I know. Exactly. Right. We're all sad. I know. Really. We're all sad. Oh. Dr. Tiffany's not sad. She's just glowing. Look at her.
Hey, it's almost the bunny days. We're talking about chickens. I'm in my world here.
I know, exactly.
Make me feel so good.
And you brought a guest.
I have an amazing, amazing guest with me. She's the most heart-centered person. I think the best part about her is she messes people up with her accent because everyone's always trying to guess it. And we were meant to be, friends and client whatever together because I said to her, "Are you from?" And I will let you guys guess. But this is Leigh-Anne Anderson, and she's an unbelievable PR person. But she works with the most authentic, most globally present types of businesses. So I wanted to share her.
Thank you, Dr. Tiffany. That was quite an introduction. So, I'm happy to be here today, and I'm the founder of Anderson PR. And just talking about different mentoring programs, just putting it out there, if anyone has an interest in marketing or PR, I would be happy.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, Erica.
Hi. I'm the co-host. I'm just downsizing myself. Okay, well, this is so wild, isn't it? Do I like manifest things?
Okay, so we have a student who's graduating with a BA in amazingly marketing and hasn't had any experience and doesn't even really understand what she got a degree in. So, and she wants to come down to Santa Barbara. So if we could hook her up with you, that would be so fantastic. Can you explain what PR and marketing is?
Okay, can I say one thing? This is John's girlfriend, okay? What? Let's just be totally transparent. Okay?
So part of the family.
Very important. And I adore her. That's all I'm going to say right now. Okay.
Was that a threat?
Yeah. Listen, she's a scholar athlete.
No pressure.
I mean, she was center mid. Okay, 4 years soccer captain.
Wow.
Okay, soccer, the whole thing. But see, it's kind
She's
of
a
thing
keeper.
when you do the whole thing. Well, yeah, kind of. When you do the whole soccer thing, and then with the great grades, so you don't have the work experience.
Yeah.
You're kind of like stumped, and then you want to do the PR, and I'm like, okay, so what work experience do you have? And now the thing is, now you the deer in the headlights, and like you like this athlete, and like she's looking at me, and I'm like, how I am where I am. My mother-in-law to be gave me an ad in the paper for insurance, and here I am later, 34 years.
Amazing.
I mean, it was just like
Amazing.
lucky.
Meant to be, right?
Right, I got lucky.
Yeah.
So, but I'm lucky now, Leigh-Anne, my best friend.
my new BFF.
She will be your best friend.
I don't even know what PR and marketing is.
Oh, my goodness. The world of PR and marketing is forever changing, especially in this digital world we now live in. So it's okay if you haven't had experience right off the bat. It's not too late to start. There's so many amazing PR agencies here in Santa Barbara and on the Central Coast. There's a lot of publicists as well. So I think you can have access to these types of people. Like I said, I had worked for agencies my whole life. And 4 years ago, I decided to open my own agency because I had seen some flaws, some things that happened in large corporate companies. And I wanted to do things with a fresh look and a fresh take. And that's why Anderson PR started, and I would love to be able to help younger people.
You'd be an amazing mentor. See, the thing about Leigh-Anne is I come from the Los Angeles area, and do you not as well? And obviously, that's not where her accent is from, but we both come from scenarios where people misuse and use PR, and a lot of times I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, you don't want someone in PR because you'll just give away your money, you'll get nothing." And Leigh-Anne has proven the opposite with me. She is the one golden individual who has given me so much more than I've paid her for. I feel like, oh my God,
Tiffany.
it's amazing. Every time I turn around, she's like, oh yeah, and you have this. I'm going to have like a regular column in the local Santa Barbara Press, which is just, it's another godsend. And Leigh-Anne is the one who just made that available, and it's her personal relationships. She has a lot of them. They are all over and not just national. I think there's some international. And the thing is, it's because she's authentic and she's 100% accountable. So she just follows through. She'll never drop the ball on you. She keeps me accountable. She lights my fire all the time. She's like, yeah, ding, ding.
Tiffany, that's really kind of you. The thing is, too, is I choose great clients. Honestly, I'm very picky about who I work with because you represent them. You are their marketing person.
So for those that don't know, PR stands for public relations?
Correct. Public relations. So if you have a product or a company that you want to get out to the masses, you want that message to be loud and clear, that's where a publicist comes in or a marketing person. Now, it doesn't just relate to writing press releases and sending them out to media. It now also involves social media, and it involves all kinds of different PR stunts and events, and it's a whole
branding.
It's branding.
Yes, exactly.
You know, here I thought PR was for perfect relationships.
You can have that too.
So can we take a stab at your accent?
Yes.
All right. My
What are
first
the
guess
guesses?
would be Australia, but I'm guessing it's not going to be something obvious. New Zealand?
No. Southern Hemisphere, though. And I'll give you the first part. So it's South
Africa.
Thank you. Yeah.
Miss Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
She always comes into the room when I need her.
I mean, that's how Leigh-Anne and I met. We were the lone two people in a nail salon in Carpinteria at a 7 p.m. Both of us were feeling bad about shutting the place down, and I'm sitting across the place, and all I could hear was this accent that was driving me crazy. I thought, I have to challenge myself and find out if I'm right. And I finally thought, I believe this person is from South Africa, but I wasn't sure, so I took a shot and I said, are you? And she said, oh, you're the only person that guessed that. And we became fast friends after that. So
Thank you.
That's awesome.
thank you.
So I have a question. So do you ever work, or when you mainstream, I mean, you choose your own clients, do you ever have a nonprofit as a client?
Yes, I represent a couple of nonprofits, actually. And there's some of my... Okay. Oh, I have it. I have it right here, Michael. Here we go.
Yeah,
I'll take two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I would think that because in our world here in Santa Barbara, we have... It's tough for a nonprofit because I think we have more nonprofits
Than profits.
Yeah, than
Yeah.
serious. So I would definitely. Now, my question to you is: if you're so sought after and exclusive, you would say to a nonprofit, then you wouldn't have 5 nonprofits. If you would only take one, or how would that work?
So that's a really great question. You know, honestly, with nonprofits, I feel like it's project based. You know, you have a big fundraiser coming up, or you have like the new roof at the Boys and Girls Club. You have things that you need to achieve. That's when I would come on board and say, okay, this is our goal. Let's do this. It doesn't have to be a year-round sort of retainer that a lot of my other clients are on.
That's what I love about you, Leigh-Anne. You're a la carte.
Yeah. So we'll talk at break because I have a couple of questions. Okay,
that's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And Michael's getting all excited, but it's all right. We have to take a break.
How can we find her?
Well, we're going to take a break. We have one talking more. Don't worry, we're going to get back to you again.
Okay.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
This is Erica Salda. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. Leigh-Anne, what's your contact information?
AndersonPR.com, or you can email me at Leigh-Anne at Anderson-PR.com.
Is that Anderson O or E?
Anderson O. Thanks for asking that.
We're not going anywhere, and I already talked to everybody, and we all voted, and we're going to give you a commercial, and we're going to put you up on the website because I adore you.
Awesome! Thanks, you guys!
Yay.
I got a good family here.
Lots of love here.
Yeah.
Andy Gill, you killed it this last season.
We had a great season. It's been
What are
fun.
you doing?
Oh my God! I'm learning a new job. I got a new coaching gig. I just moved.
Where'd you move?
I'm carp to carp, so I'm still in carp, but now I'm right on the beach, so it's awesome.
I hate you.
Every night I am on. Every night I'm either in the water or on the sand, so
That's awesome.
it's pretty sweet. I couldn't be happier. I get married in July.
Oh.
So it's just been a crazy year, to be honest.
So your job description at school, CC, what is it?
I'm an academic counselor now.
Academic counselor.
And it's gold. City College is awesome. That promise is really, really paying off for all the local high school students that want a new shot or just have a dream school in mind that they tried for out of high school and it didn't work out. It's still an option. It's still available.
You know, that whole vet thing scene.
I need to bring that up because I have a lot of students who I've made plans for to go to vet school, and UC Davis is that top one that a lot of students are applying to. But
I'm serious.
I got to get them in contact.
Serious.
It's been fun. It's been a good year though. You look awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's City College where I met Michael Baker's wife.
Yeah. Love that. But what are we
Andy, I'm happy to hear that you're full-time at City College, too. It's such a great school, and they need really qualified professional people like you, and you're going to make a big difference there, too.
Oh, I appreciate it. And then you do such incredible things at the high school. It was fun working alongside with you, and we're still going to keep working together. It's just now it's just going to that campus every day. I get so excited. I'm like, I'm right on the beach. Yeah.
Can I ask you a fast question?
Absolutely.
All right. For students that are challenged with their academics at City College, and they may be looking at, because they've dropped classes and so forth, academic probation, what do you recommend they do?
We have a lot of routes to fixing it. First and foremost, putting in new tools and skills and resources to be successful the next time. But we do have such a thing called academic renewal, and we do have other means of petitions to get it off your transcript. First and foremost, what usually happens the first time is it's usually time management, and it doesn't have to be a full-time student. You can come back and take 1 or 2 classes and just be successful. And that's the best thing about the community college. It's your plan, your time, and you can do it at a pace that works for you.
I've got 2 students that are still finishing up, but they went through the academic probation, and now they're successful students. So I want to encourage students.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you're a failure if you've had to drop a class. Come and talk to you.
Not at all. And college in general, it's hard, and it's supposed to be, but it's all about making you better, and it's really a good opportunity. And probationary period, it is, you're not in trouble. This isn't high school. This is a chance for you to do better, and just know that the supports are there. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just ask for help. So it's been a fun journey, and I see students of all walks of life every day. And just the other day, a little funny anecdote story. A friend of mine, I wouldn't call him a friend, an acquaintance, somebody that used to pick on me pretty heavily in high school. I'm looking at my next student. I'm looking at my appointment time, and I'm like, oh man, if this is the same name that I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm in for it. But he walked in, and we looked at each other, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's definitely him. But it was such a nice, positive outlook, fresh outlook, and at the end of the day, he was looking to change his life a little bit, and me happening to be there and just create a plan for him. It was fun, and no bad feelings at all, and he understood that, and he apologized to me, and I'm like, it's all good, man. I'm here for you.
That's growing up, baby.
But it's
Put that
wild.
stuff down,
Yeah, but it's wild. But if you were to even ask my high school friends, I don't know if they would tell you that I would be an academic counselor, and it's kind of cool because education comes full circle. So.
Andy, we love you.
Yeah.
That mom is lucky to have you. Hey, let's take a quick break. It's Erica Salda. One more section. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
SourDoughBreadLady is in the house.
Yeah.
I am so excited. And look at this. We got bags of sourdough bread. And you know something? Everybody, it's like wolves. I don't know what it is when you get in here. Look at this. And you got this huge, big one. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give the big one to Leigh-Anne. I know you get mad
She's
at me.
the winner.
She's the
She gets a commercial and a big one.
Wow. Big one, and she gets the commercial. Okay, I'm going to steal this little one then. Because I don't have any left. All right, she can have both.
Leigh-Anne doesn't know the story. She doesn't know the story of the bread.
You have 3 minutes. Can you just start?
So, Erica, you can't believe how I'm so happy that the Passover is over because I'm all matzah out, you know. I can't wait to start eating my healthy sourdough sprouted bread. Yeah, so it's just unbelievable. And this batch I made is made with cinnamon and raisin. That was very popular.
and that's why I made it for the radio show.
So tell me again, how do you make it?
So it takes 3 days to prepare this bread. I soak the grain. I buy spelt. I have a distributor. I buy whole grain spelt grain, and I soak it. I sprout it, and I make flour out of it, and then I raise it naturally from the starter. I don't use any yeast, so it's all alive.
It even gets a fermentation process in there too.
It gets fermentation process. It's a live food. It's the best you can get. It good for digestion. Good for children that try to train for their sports activities, because it gives them extra energy.
It has way more B vitamins. It's really great for studying. And when you eat it, you should eat a slice of your bread and then wait a couple of days and then eat a slice of the normal bread that you've been eating.
Exactly.
And you'll see within an hour to 4 hours, your body is going to respond differently.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what happened during Passover. 8 days of matzah showed that clearly.
Well, when I first met you and I tried it, I mean, I was so taken, by the product. I mean, there was no way. And I asked you to trust me, and you just kept coming out. And I just said, and then I don't know, lo and behold, last October you in the Edible magazine, because people, I mean, they do hear, they do listen. And now this is such an organically grown thing that you've been doing. And I'm just telling you, just keep on believing and just keep making and making and making. And I mean, literally it's going to sprout, like no pun intended. I mean, it's going to grow. So.
I do appreciate your support and your encouragement. And one of the listeners, her name is Madeline. She is a lymphatic massage therapist, and she is studying Ayurvedic therapy. And that Ayurvedic doctor she studied, he told them to eat bread like that, made of whole grain. It doesn't even have to be spelt. It can be wheat, but it has to be whole grain. But mine is also sprouted.
How do we get a hold of you?
You can call me or text me at 805-636-9454, or you can find me on SourDoughBreadLady.com, or you can email me at SourDoughBreadLady@gmail.com.
Victoria, we love you! Hey!
Try this. Thank you.
Santa Barbara, we love you. God bless you.
I love you, Erica.
See you guys next week.
For the best, for loud.